My name is 8 Bucks. I'm a music producer, recording artist, and I'm also a label owner, B888B. I was having this conversation with one of my friends just around the hood, and I asked her if we can start a business just around the hood, and she was like, no, it won't work. Unless we go at town, at the HQ town, that business ain't gonna work here. And I remember asking her, girl, wait, hold on a minute. Where are we right now? We're in the township ward. And I had to inspire her and write down some points after having that conversation with her, to share these points with you, because I realized that I gave her so heavy points that if she didn't take those points as important as they were, it wouldn't make sense. So I had to share those same points I shared with her to the rest of my people, just to make sure an impact comes out from my points from that conversation I had with her. And I told her, our hood is located inside the township ward, and the reason why we're having too many problems around our hood, it's because allow me to mention where I come from. I'm from Gadino, and Gadino is located in between Katiba. To those guys who know Katiba, Katiba and our area is located in between Katiba and Embassy where Matiba House is. The only reason why we're having problems in this area located in between is because we're having mindsets like you, bring down these areas, because you ain't opportunistic minds, and this is why we're having these problems, in these areas of ours, especially our hood. Because a place becomes the way it is because of those mindsets and those people who dwell in those places. Mombasa is considered a hype area, an area, a place of recreational activities, a place whereby the vibe is always 100%, it's always leisure there, only because we're having mindsets that are so aware of how to manage this kind of lifestyle there in Mombasa. And that's why we're having this lifestyle there in Mombasa. Mombasa just didn't happen to be Mombasa only because of no reason. It happened to be Mombasa because we're having mindsets that think like Mombasa. So even us here in this hood of ours, the only reason why businesses will work, it's having mindsets that have a driven energy of making things work even when things ain't working. So we must work upon eradicating these kind of mindsets away from our hood. And once we do that, once each and every mindset is positive, in our hood, business will eventually work. So your excuse of you telling me that we ain't going to start a business here in our hood only because that business can only work at town, at the headquarters town, and us ourselves, we're in the township ward. There's no difference between us and the HQ area, around town. So your mindset is the problem. Another thing, I asked her to look at Moranga students, Moranga Technology University students there. They have a culture of doing business. They run businesses of their own. And they do businesses, they study. They do these businesses as they study. Like I won't go deep into how explaining how these students manage their businesses at the same time, manage their classwork activities, but they eventually do that. I think you should go and look for one of the students there who has a business there, and they're still doing well in their classwork, in their career courses. If you want to verify that, go and ask one of those students there. They'll share out important inspirational words to you. They'll give you those inspirational words of how to manage education and business at the same time. So yeah, graduates there remain, after these students finish their courses, after they graduate from university, they don't abandon these businesses they were doing while they were studying at school. In fact, they remain in those areas. They even marry in those areas and continue running their own businesses, the ones they started when they were studying there at the university, and this is a culture that those students in Moranga University have. And you see, even the freshers who normally join that university, they end up inheriting this culture from the former students, and it has become a culture that it's so powerful that the government, I think this whole country or county should recognize to make sure other wards, other areas in our country inherit this kind of culture of doing business at the same time handling and managing, classwork and schoolwork. To some point, I always say if you can manage marriage, schoolwork, and your businesses, you're in a realm of perfection. Yeah. So I told her that, and you see, the same. Let me take you back where I said we're having a congestion at town. I don't even mention that, but we're having some congestion. There's a congestion there at town, a very, very huge congestion there at town, at the HQ town. And the reason why we're having that congestion is because areas like ours here, we're in the township board, but we ain't providing the services that guys living in our hood here consume, which make these guys living in our hood to go all the way to the HQ town, to get these services from. And instead of them going all the way to the HQ town, they could be getting these services around our hood. So that great drive of many people going to town to get same services, it brings up this situation whereby there's a queue of guys waiting to be served one service, and probably one institution is giving out that service, and a few workers working for that institution are helping to get these services to these customers who are queuing. These huge drive of people moving all the way to the HQ town, just to get one service, brings results to this situation whereby we're having great queues. Like you can imagine a hospital whereby there's a great queue of people, patients waiting to get medical services, and some of these patients come in the morning, some of these patients, they come in the morning at the hospital, and they even end up going home in the evening without being treated, only because they couldn't get, that treatment because there was a long queue ahead of them, and they had to go home, come back and try their chance of getting that treatment the next day. And unfortunately, they may even still not get that treatment the following day. Like they have to come back, going home again, coming back to the hospital again, coming back to the hospital again, going back home. Like, in a simultaneous situation, which ain't a good thing, and that's why our Governor Kangata, came up with his Kangata Care, his program. He has this new program for treatment. It's called the telemedicine. I saw it in the TV, and it's a great thing that guy is doing. Big ups. I salute you, Governor Kangata. That's a great decongestion solution you've brought in this town of ours, and you deserve all the respect. So yeah, the town is congested, and the only way we can decongest it is making sure guys like us who live along areas included in the township board, unless we start our own businesses in our hoods here around the township board, even if it's not in the HQ town, I'm talking about areas that are in the township board, areas like Yatinoa, our area. Let me rep our area. Areas like ours here, Yatinoa, unless we start these businesses of ours, we'll still have a great number of people living in our area, driving in huge numbers, all the way to the HQ there to get services that they could be getting in our hood here. So we need to start our own businesses here. We need to open businesses, and I want to big up again our Governor Kangata, because a program that this guy started, and it's called the MYS program, Moranga Youth Service. This guy the program, they give us a duration of time where they pay us after running some community service activities, and after that they're taking us to school, and after schooling, after graduating, they're giving us an amount of money to go and start our own businesses. So I was telling this lady, if the Governor Kangara is doing this to the youths living around our township ward and in the whole Moranga area, Moranga County, if the governor is doing this simply to empower the youths to start businesses along their hoods, whatever they're living, what's stopping us, youths who live inside the township ward? Why are you saying that we can't start a business in our hood? It ain't gonna work. It's your mindset. Change that mindset of yours and have an opportunistic mindset. We are the ones who are supposed to lead these other wards. These other wards behind us, you're the ones who are supposed to be leading these wards, influencing the youths who are living there, to embrace this culture of running our own businesses as youths. The same way the Moranga University students are doing there. That area is so congested. When you go to them, when you pass along the Moranga University area, like there are businesses there. There's a business here, there's a business there. Like those businesses are piling up, in the whole runway. As you're moving along the Moranga University area on that road, side to side, the only thing you see is students, young men and women running their own businesses, and these young men and women, these are students, They are only simply doing that because they're managing their classwork, their career courses at school, and at the same time managing their business. And some of these students, some of them they're married, and that's why I'm saying when they graduate from school, they don't vacate from the area. They remain in the area because when they enrolled at school, they started some business, and by the time they're graduating and leaving school, those businesses they started, have grown, have developed, and they just can't abandon those businesses. They can't abandon those businesses, so they continue running those businesses, and that it takes them remaining in that area, the school area, vacating to owning their own houses, even if it's renting houses and doing whatever they're doing to make sure they run their business. That's what they do. They do whatever they can, to make sure they're running their businesses there. And that's a great culture. It's a great culture. Like, I want to big up the Moranga University students. That's a great culture you guys are passing on to each other there. And you see, simply because these former students are running businesses there, these other new freshers who come in the university, they also inherit this culture. And because that area is congested, there are no stalls for businesses. I want to welcome those students who want to start their own businesses there at school, and they don't have space to start those businesses. I want to welcome all those students to these areas that are so spacious. They are opportunistic areas. The environment here is safe. You can rent your houses here. You can start your businesses here. Come and visit these sites, especially our hood here. There's a rapid growing shopping center here called Sweetwaters. If you ask around, you'll find yourself here without even getting lost. So I welcome you all. I welcome you all freshers. All you students who need to do these businesses, all you students who need to start these businesses there at school, but there's no space simply because your area there is congested. There are many students are doing businesses there, which is a good thing, It's an inspiring thing. It's an inspiring thing, seeing businesses run by students there at school. Students who are managing their time well, concentrating with their school at the same time, concentrating with their financial freedom and their marriages too. That's a realm of perfection, and I want to say it's a good thing. So your students who need space to do this to embrace this culture or to practice this culture, but you ain't got that space, you're welcome. Feel free to visit these hoods of ours. We're in the township ward. Visit us. Come and visit us here. Like you'll develop yourself, and that culture you're really hungry of practicing, you'll eventually do that successfully when you come and visit us here. So feel free to visit us, come and visit us. And I want to give my shout outs to other sponsors, business sponsors, open businesses here. Whichever business you want to start, small scale, large scale, it's going to work when you do that here in our area here in Moranga Township Ward. It's going to work. I want to give you my shout outs, all sponsors. I want to give you my shout outs, and to my fellow youths who live in my hood here. Change your mindset. What you think is reality, you know, change your thoughts, change your world. What you think is reality, like change your mindsets. Yeah. So I want to tag, before I end this video, I want to tag my family. Thank you so much, grandmothers, Kare, my cousin. I want to tag thank you so much, family. I want to say thank you so much, grandma, and thank you so much, Kare. Like, you've been supporting my music career, and I'm so grateful for that. And I want to continue tagging my hood, Giavinoa. You know, shout outs to our shopping center. You know, the one that it's family. Our shopping center. We have a shopping center here, known as Sweetwater. It's famously known as Sweetwater, and it's known as Sweetwater only because it's growing and developing rapidly. You know, it's developing so fast, and having that rapid growth and development has made our shopping center here famous. And I want to give shout outs to everyone in this shopping center of ours. I'm located only 200 meters from Sweetwater. So you find yourself at Sweetwater, just ask a small kid where 8 Bucks Entertainment is. He or she will bring you directly where I am. They'll bring you to 8 Bucks Entertainment. I'm 200 meters away from Sweetwater Shopping Center. So I want to continue tagging Moranga Township Ward. I want to continue tagging Moranga County, our governor, Honorable Kangata, Dede Nyoro, MCA Mashigo, Mama Mazingira. I want to keep on giving, tagging and giving my shout outs to other people who are working for the government in Moranga County. I want to target the government of Kenya, our president, and all Kenyans living and listening, all Kenyans listening to these, living here, and those who are living in abroad. I want to give my shout outs to you if you're listening to this video. Lastly, I want to give my special shout outs to Eduardo Gedaiga, our former chairperson, representative of the Kenyan youths. This is the high time we revive that seat. It's the high time we revive that seat for youth representation. Under the MCA down there, just below there, we need this seat for youth representatives. We need this seat for the youth representation. So we need we need new youth reps. If you're having old youth reps, we still need you. And you know, Eduardo Gedaiga, you know, I'm so sorry because you know they vitiated your position, you know, as a youth rep. And I wanna make it clear to you and everyone who's listening to this: the moment Kenya vitiated that seat of youth representation, they didn't just affect Eduardo Gedaiga, they also affected the entire nation. So this is a high time we revive that seat. The youth rep seat must be revived. So Eduardo Gedaiga, you know, keep on pushing whatever you're pushing there in the government. Like, we respect you, man, and trust us. You have our full support. Do whatever you're gonna do. Make sure you revive this seat, the Kenya Youth Representation seat, under the MCA in each and every ward, located in every county here in Kenya. Revive those seats for us, because that's all we need. Let's help our president to, you know, perfect and, you know, impact the whole country using his bottom-up manifesto, and the only way to do that is having someone down here, a seat, a governmental seat down here after the MCA, which is the youth rep seat. If you have this youth rep seat, powers will be distributed, effectively across the country, using the bottom-up manifesto. So we have the president here, and we have a youth rep here. We have a president here, we have a youth rep here. Like the power will circulate how it's supposed to be circulated. Like Wakikuwa wanasema wajiko matireiwa wajiko mono, wajiko ni rahera mono. No, I think the problem iko huku chini. The problem is down here only because we don't have these youth rep seat. The youth. We need that youth rep seat. We need that seat. We need that youth representation seat. And this is the highest time for us to think about how we're going to revive that seat. Through Eduardo Gitaiga. That's a strong leader. And let me say this is where I'm gonna end this video. Musically, I have a session to catch up with. So it was great, sharing this with you. Mindset really matters. The township ward will work because the mindsets we'll be having in these township wards, the mindset we'll be having in this township ward of ours, Moranga township ward of ours, these mindsets will be working mindsets, opportunistic mindsets, and the Moranga township ward is going to work simply because we're having mindsets that are looking forward to work things out, even if these things ain't working out for themselves. These mindsets we have here in the Moranga township ward, these are mindsets that are ready to make things work, even if those things ain't working. So we need opportunistic minds here, and we already have them. So it's $8 over here. Again, I'm a music producer. I'm a recording artist too, and I also own a label, B888B. I have grinds to cheat. What's sessioning?